Today, I'm going to be talking about golden, blue, and twilight. Now, these are three different times of the day where your videography and your photography can be enhanced considerably. And we're going to talk about all three of them. We're going to talk about the golden hour, we're going to talk about the blue hour, and then we're going to be talking about twilight. Once again, all these are fantastic times to get some great imagery. So let's get to it. Let's start off with talking about the golden hour. The golden hour is the time frame that is right after sunrise and right before sunset. This is the time of the day, the two times during the day that the light gets very soft, almost has a golden hue to it. And it makes for wonderful videography and photography because of the soft light. As the day goes on, and the sun starts climbing, you start getting more harsh shadowing and differences between the colorations between the light and the dark. So during this golden hour, during this time right before sunset and right after sunrise, when the sun is up, you get this nice, soft, beautiful light that will definitely help your imagery. Step two, we're going to talk about blue hour. Blue hour is right immediately after sunset or sunrise. The sun has just crested below the horizon and there's still plenty of light. It's most commonly referred to as the blue hour. Sometimes in shadows you have a bluing effect because the light is diminishing and it creates this very, very nice view of everything. This is another time. Now normally between the golden hour and the blue hour is a time frame, depending on where you are on your latitude, about 10 to 20 minutes between these two situations that happen. So this is a good time to use your manual on your camera or aperture priority, because you do have time to get the shot set up and you don't want things happening in automatic that you don't want control over. So this is one of the times where you really need to not have it on auto and you need to go with aperture priority or even manual. Twilight, number three. This is a good time. Now the sun is set and things are starting to get dark. You have dark areas in your photograph and then the sky still has enough light. It may have a little dust or a little haze in it and it's picking up things out off of the horizon. And now you have this very dark format, but you still have some light to give you great imagery. So this is also another great time of the day to enhance your photography. Now normally between the blue hour and twilight, the time frame's quite a bit smaller. So once you hit that blue hour, and you have those blue shadows and that light, you have about 10 minutes again before you start getting into the twilight. And then at twilight, you have about 10 minutes to work with in that zone. Now we've talked about the three different things. Let's go to the computer and let's take a look at some examples of the golden hour, the blue hour, and twilight. Over here on the left-hand side of the screen, this is what would be considered the golden hour. This is right after sunrise or right below sunset. This one happens to be right after sunrise. You get this nice soft light that really does enhance your imagery a lot. The next frame over is the blue time. So this is, like 10 minutes after the sun is set. There's still plenty of light. There's still plenty of things you can see. If there's haze or mist in the air, like this image has, it's really accentuated during this blue hour. And then to the right, we have what would be considered twilight. The sun is set, it has already gotten dark. Now this photograph's been enhanced in Luminar 4 with a sky replacement detail, but it still gives you an example of what the twilight photography can look like. Now, I went and set up my camera, just stuck it outside the front door. So we're not going to be talking about composition when you see the next images. It's just showing what difference it makes between the golden hour, or really from an afternoon shot, about 2 or 3 o'clock, to the golden hour, to to the blue hour to twilight. Okay, let's show those images. So this is showing the afternoon shot versus the golden hour shot. And you can look and see immediately a considerable difference. On the left-hand side, we have our 2:30 shot, and there is a lot of harshness to the image, very dark shadowing and very high highlights, where when you look over to the right-hand side, this golden hour, this wonderful time of the day to do your videography or your imagery, because of this soft light that you get. And I don't even have to say anything. You can see between these two images how much softer the golden hour image is. Now, we will zoom in to the tree trunk to enhance the differences in the imagery. And it's immediate, once again, this very soft light that you get during this time of the day. And it is really a wonderful time, golden hour, to do your videography and your imagery. Now, we're going to take the golden hour photograph and we're going to put it side by side with the blue hour and the twilight photograph, so you can see the comparison of just this one photograph and see how these different times of the day look in your imagery. So let's put all three of these images up side by side. We have our golden hour photograph that we'd taken. This is right after sunrise or right before sunset. Beautiful, soft, golden light that can enhance your imagery considerably. And we move over to the blue hour. This blue hour, of course, doesn't mean there has to be blue in the photograph for it to be the blue hour. It is just the time of day after the sun is set or right before the sun has risen. There's still light. You can still see things in your imagery, but there's a reduced amount of light. And if that's what you're looking for, this is the time of the day that you would do this type of shot, the blue hour. Then we move over to the right, which is our twilight. And twilight is, of course, right after the blue hour. Now the sun has set, just like it did in the blue hour, but you have lost a considerable amount of light. And there are still slight details that you can pick up, but now the sky has darkened considerably. It's a really wonderful look. And depending on what you're looking for in your imagery, this is just an idea of what time of day you can use to create the image that you're looking for. Well, once again, thank you for watching the video. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe, like or share. And if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. I'll answer them if I can, and or make a video about them. Thanks for stopping by again, and I hope you have a great day.